Hey there, Captain Wetbeard here, and today we're going to be playing some Mahjong. Specifically Mahjong Soul. So, Mahjong Soul is an online service through which you can play richi Mahjong, which is a predominantly Japanese type of Mahjong. I definitely have a fair bit of fun playing it, and we're going to be playing it through the Mahjong Soul Plus launcher. This launcher allows you to play the game on your computer without having to play through a web browser, and also allows mods, so I have custom tablecloths and custom tiles, etc. A couple other little tweaks here and there. But yeah, you will probably want to know the basics of how Mahjong plays, so I'll go ahead and explain just the absolute bare minimum here, because for the most part, it's best to learn through watching other people play or through playing yourself. But you're going to want to know the bare basics in order to understand what I'm doing. And I'll explain more as I go along. But yes, the main thing is, in Mahjong you're trying to make a hand that's made up of one pair of identical tiles. It's similar to like poker in that way. So you've got one pair and then also sets of 3 of a kind or 4 of a kind. When you make a 4 of a kind, you get an extra tile, so it's still about the same. You'd need the same number of 4 of a kinds as you'd need 3 of a kinds. But yeah, you're trying to make your hand be one pair and then also 3 of a kinds and 4 of a kinds, or you can do straight 3 tile straights as well, as long as they're in the same suit, similar to poker. But where this differs is you have to additionally have at least one yaku. Now, yaku are like style points, okay? So that's that your hand meets a particular type of thing to it, right? Like, for instance, you could have all simples. So all simples is that you don't have any wind tiles, you don't have any dragon tiles, and you don't have any 1s or 9s. The wind tiles are the ones that have the NWES on the top right corner. The dragon tiles are the ones that have different kanji on them. Well, the red ones that have a kanji, the green kanji, and then the blank white tile are the 3 colors of dragons. So those are your honor tiles, as the winds and the dragons, and then also 9s and 1s are called terminals. So you could have all simples, so none of that, or you could have no simples, which is just 9s, 1s, and honor tiles. That's actually a little bit harder. Let's see, what else? You could have a richi, which is that you kept your hand closed until you needed 1 tile left, and then you call richi. The difference between an open hand and a closed hand is that your hand is closed if you don't have any things down in play. So think like if you're playing a game such as Rummy, or something like that, where you can draw things from the discard and you can put things down in play. If you've put something down into play already, then your hand is open, but you can make a hand inside your closed hand just based on things you draw. If you draw something from a discard, you have to play it, and that opens your hand. So there's certain yaku that you can only do with a closed hand, like richi, for instance. Also, if your hand is all 3 of a kind and then a pair, that's also a type of yaku. There are several other, you'll see as I play. But those are the main ones that are pretty common. Also, there's you can have a flush, which is that all of your tiles are a single suit, or you can have a half flush, which is that all of them are a single suit, but then you also have honor tiles. Half flushes are significantly less points. Points are scored in what's called hans. So a richi is 1 han, a half flush is 2 han. I don't remember how many han a lot of things are, but we'll play ranked. The time limit on a match is kind of short for your turn, so one game will probably run us about 20 minutes, depending on how quickly this queue comes up. But in the meantime, you can see that I have a cute waifu. She's one of your starting characters. You can get other characters through a gacha system. You start with 2 cute waifus. There are waifus and husbandos. The currency in game is kind of complicated, so I'd recommend looking up a Reddit guide if you plan to spend money on this game. I have not spent any, and I've got a few really nice things that I've picked up through play. But yes, this game is quite fun. Alright, so I'm gonna go for green dragons. Oh, I didn't explain winds. Okay, so the wind listed here in the middle is the dominant wind. There's a Yaku for having 3 or 4 of a kind of that particular wind tile, or you get a Yaku for your seat wind. Fart joke. But, I'm totally not 12. But anyway, so your seat wind is where you're sitting. So I'm east wind, so you have a Yaku for your seat wind as well, if you have 3 or 4 of a kind of that. South wind's not particularly useful to me. It would, however, be useful to this person over here. If they had 3 or 4 of those, that would count as a Yaku. And then they just need to make a legal hand at that point. The more Yakus or Hans that you can get, the more points you're going to get out of the hand. So you can definitely go for combinations that can give you a really sick amount of points. I'm by no means a master at this game. I've only been playing for a few months, maybe like 3 months, I think. 2 or 3, I don't know. But I just picked it up and it was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be once I started playing. It always looked so fucking complicated. But, no, it's actually, once you get playing, it's not that bad. It's like if you've never played poker before and you're hearing somebody explain how to play Texas Hold'em. It sounds super complicated, but once you get playing, it's not so bad. I think I'll keep that pair of 2s, because like I said before, I need a pair, so that could be 6s, 2s. Not really green dragon. I'm going to need to complete a triple of that, because I have a 9 down, so I can't go for all simples. My hand's open, so I can't go for a richi. So I'm kind of banking on this this green dragon for being my Yaku. So yeah, I got 3 6s. I'll get rid of this 1 because I want a 7 to go with these, and I want green dragon, and at that point I'll have a complete hand. Ah, okay. So what happened there was she. Oh, I didn't explain red 5s either, or Dora's. But anyway, so what happened is there's 2 ways you can win. Roan is that somebody discarded the tile that you needed to win, and then you took it from them. When you get Roan, all the points that you get come from the player who did the discard, so that's pretty bad for that player. Sumo means that you drew the last tile you needed. In that case, the points that you get are equally distributed from all the other players, so it's a little bit easier on any individual person. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Dora is these things up here in the top left corner. If you have any of these, like I do, and you have them in your completed hand, each one of those is 1 Han, which is like around about 2,000 points, I think. It's not a Yaku, but it is still a way for you to get more points on top of your Yaku. Also, each suit, one of the 5s is all red. You see how this one's red and black? One of them will be all red. If you have that one in a complete hand, that's also 1 Han. It's, I think, called Oradura? Oradura, maybe? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't speak Japanese, so... and these are all Japanese terms. That flashing means someone's deciding if they want to pick up my discard. And they decided not to, because they wanted to keep their hand closed, probably. Which, that also tells me that their hand is probably pretty weak. Because if they had a strong hand, they wouldn't be too worried about opening it up. So there's some strategy in when you discard things. I don't really want to hold on to this green dragon. My hand's already open anyway. But yeah, I don't want to hold on to the green dragon because if I discard this late, there's a good chance someone's holding 2 of these and they'll pick it up and then get run on me, and that'll suck really bad. She is going for a full straight or a full flush or a half flush. Fuck. Alright, I haven't. Well, I've kind of pigeonholed myself a little bit here. Yeah, I might be a little bit screwed. So, my hand is open, I can't go for Richi. I took West Wind, which isn't a Yaku. Oh, good, I got another Green Dragon. Alright, I might be fine. Okay, so I can't go for Richi. I can't go for all simples. I can't go for all 3 of a kinds. I really basically need to get this Green Dragon. Oh, I need a pair. Shit. Alright, so when I mouse over these, it shows me how many of them are in play. I think I'm going to keep this 5 and this 3. And hopefully I'll be able to get a pair of one of those. And then I need to get 3 of a kind of this. Because you have to have a pair. But yeah, when I mouse over, it shows how many of them are in play. There's only 4 of any given tile, so 7, I don't need that. Additionally, there are 5 tiles that are up here that are out of play, so for those there's only 3 that can be drawn. So that's important to keep in mind. That's why they're extra points. I mean, there's not really... for no reason in particular. Just because this is aesthetic. But yeah, I need a 5 or a 3, and I need Green Dragon. And there's only 1 Green Dragon outstanding. I don't know why anyone's holding it. They'll probably discard it soon, if it hasn't already been drawn yet. And at that point, I'll have my Yaku. There's also something called a ready hand, which means that you... Oh, fuck. Yeah, I can't really draw that. Anyway, there's... Oh, I've got a pair. Okay. Well, I'm going to get rid of this 9 then, because then I get a 6. Ah, okay, anyway, ready hands. So, if nobody gets Roan or Sumo, then either nobody gets any points, or if there was somebody who only needed a particular tile in order to win, that person at that point will get points from the other players for having a ready hand because they only needed 1 tile. You also get extra points if there's multiple different tiles that could fit that. Like, if there's 2 different tiles that you could get to complete your hand, then it's double points. That could also be up to 4 tiles that it could be. I think that's the most it can possibly be. But that's basically how ready hands work. Okay, I don't have to worry about anyone drawing this because 2 are on the board, so nobody had 2 of them. But basically how this goes is normally there are 4 hands, and whoever has the most points at the end of the 4th hand wins. If nobody has over a certain... Oh, I got Roan. Nice.
No.
Okay, but if anyone doesn't have over a certain point threshold at the 4th hand, then it instead goes 8 hands. But in my experience, most of the time it only goes 4 hands, which is a single wind. On the second one, the one in the middle, the dominant wind, would change to be south if it goes 8. Because basically how it works is it goes around in a circle 1 time, with each person being east wind. East wind is the dealer. I don't have a reason to keep north wind. I'm probably either going to go for a... I don't want that. Because like I was going to say, I'm going to go for either a half flush or a full flush. I'm not sure yet. But I have 4, 5, 6, and another 6, and a pair of 7s. So, I mean, I could get a 3 or another 6. Nice. Okay, I'll take Chi. Chi is where you do a straight. Pon is where you do 3 of a kind. So, I'll take 4, 5, 6 with a pair of 6s, pair of 7s, and I'm going to get rid of South Wind. There's no reason for me to have that. And I'll work on getting rid of these so I can have a flush. Because I think a flush is 4 on, which is think 8,000 points. I'm not super great at remembering the exact points, but it's fine. I'm good enough at knowing what things are more points than others. There's also a thing you can pull up in here that will show you all of the Yakus and stuff, but with how short the turns are, you can't really do it in the middle of a match. And I don't want to bore you with it. But I'm tied for first right now. Technically, I'm in first, but we're tied on points. And if I can get a full flush, I'm probably going to win this game. I kind of want to get rid of this green dragon, but I'm a little scared to. Because somebody might be able to grab it. I'm going to eat the crow while the crow is young and tender. Because if you don't, you have to eat it when it's old and tough, and that's just worse. Nice. Okay. So green's proper dead now. No reason for me to keep this since I'm trying to go for a flush. I'm sure to a degree you can probably see how it's similar to poker. And once that clicks in someone's brain, they usually understand Mahjong pretty well. At least well enough to pick it up and play it. And when you first start out, you might only remember a Yaku or two, and those will be the ones you're aiming for. Usually the ones you'll start off aiming for are Richis and all simples. I was worried I was going to get round on. But yeah, usually the main two that, like, with almost everybody, because Richi and all simples are the two easiest ones to get. Those are the ones new players you tend to do a lot. There tends to be a pretty standard progression because people start trying to do no simples and start trying to do half flushes and flushes. And then from there you start to learn new Yakus that you start integrating into your strategies. Because there's a pretty big list, but it's really hard to memorize them all at first. So, you know, you just remember which ones that you use a lot at first and you'll work your way up to knowing more. I'm still pretty new to this. I only remember a handful of Yakus, but it's enough for me to win a lot of matches, especially against beginners. And the rank system starts you out just being able to play in bronze rooms. You don't lose anything when you lose, really. I mean, you lose a little rank, but you can't really get lower than beginner. Once you rank up one time, you can play in silver rooms. In silver rooms, you bet with the free currency that you get through wins in this. If you run out, then each day you can get a little bit of that for free, just given to you. So, but you can win it in silver rooms, and you can level up your affinity with characters. That whole thing is a really complicated mess that I kind of understand. But there are a few threads on Reddit that explain it pretty well, in case you end up being into unlocking new characters and stuff. If you have the collect them all mindset. But that doesn't matter a whole lot to me. I'm just happy to play some Mahjong for free. And with any game that's got gacha mechanics, the whales pretty much will support the game. I can't remember the ratio, but I think it's like 20% of players pay 80% of the costs on a gacha game. It might even be steeper than that. I got a pair of East Wind, that's pretty good. I'm in a good position to try and go for a half flush. Here's the thing though, you actually gain rank and win stuff even if you get second. I'm probably not going to get first with how many points that person just got. Doesn't matter. As long as I get second, I still come out ahead. Especially with us being on all last pwn. Alright, so now I just need to make a legal hand. And if I can make a legal hand at all, then I can call victory. and maintain my position in second place. So I have white dragon as well. I'm going to get rid of green dragon to try and kill it early so nobody else can have it. But I've got a 7-9 split and 1, 2, 3. I don't have any pairs, which is a bit of a problem, but I can probably get a pair on something. I get a pair once. Solid. Alright, so 7-9 split, pair of ones, and a 2-3 that I could take another 1 or a 4 on. 1-1 is dead, so there's only one of the ones that's in circulation, but it also could be up here. I'm going to get rid of North Wind. Yeah, there might be another one for me to pick up. More likely I'm going to get a 4. Really, I should get rid of these and just try and make it all bamboo, because then I get a half flush in addition to that. So that's 1 Han, 2 Han, and that would be 4 Han. So that would be 8,000 points. Let me think, would that be enough? I'm bad at math. Yeah, I think that would put me in first place, actually. Yeah, I might go for it. I think I'm going to go for it. Because I've already got my pair. And I could go for a long straight to get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and I don't really see 6 and 7 on the board. It's a rough call. Yeah, fuck it. I'm going for it. Because I could shoot for second, but who wants to shoot for second, am I right? I want that good rank increase. Nice, I got a red 5. That's 1 Han. Alright, so in that case, I can take a third 5 to make 3 of a kind, with a pair of 1s and a 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, there's emojis. Which, by the way, you can pull those out of the game folder with this launcher and use those as Discord emotes. Some of them need a little bit of touching up, but it's not that hard if you have Krita, which I do. Okay. 23 tiles left to be drawn. And I need a... That's Pwn. Alright, discard the 7. Need a 4 or a 1. Ooh. Yeah, you can hit this when you have 1 remaining and it tells you. I could take a 3. I'm not gonna. That would fuck me really hard. Because you can only draw it to complete a straight or 3 of a kind, so if I took that 3 it would have been 1, 2, 3 and it would have broke my pair. So, do pay attention to that and don't fuck yourself that way. I've actually spoiled a couple of games that way. Oh, nice run. G fucking G. That's a custom effect that I've unlocked. Oh, 5 Han. 8,000 points. And I'm in first. Match end. And I get a little bit more rank. By the way, when I get this ranked up all the way on this bar, I already have all 3 of these flowers, so once that hits the next thing, I'm actually in the next rank. And I got some extra bronze tokens, which will be useful when I start playing in silver rooms. But anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. If you'd like notifications, hit the bell. I'll be releasing game videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. For Saturdays, I'll be uploading bonus content, which is going to be like tech videos and meme videos. They'll probably be a little bit shorter. I'm trying to keep the game videos a little shorter than they were too, since people don't seem to really want to watch hour-long videos. Can't really blame them for that. But anyway, yeah, this has been Captain Wetbeard. Have a great day. Peace out.